Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Kayla, and here we love to talk about all things luxury and high-end makeup and beauty. So today we are going to be talking about and testing the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation in the lightest shade, One Neutral. So I'm going to show y'all the application of this, one side with a brush, one side with a sponge, and I'm going to give y'all my thoughts on this foundation and let you know how it wears. So if that's something that you're interested in, then just keep watching. Okay, so all I have on my face is skincare and eyeshadow, obviously. Don't worry about the eyeshadow. I'm gonna clean it up. This is just my process. Until I put my foundation and concealer on, the eyeshadow looks kind of wonky, but it will be fixed. So I have the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I have it in the shade One Neutral. I haven't even opened this up yet. So right off the bat, the bottle reminds me of the Estee Lauder Futurist. Oh, it's a really long name. I always forget it. Futurist Hydra Rescue Foundation, something like that. But the tube looks almost exactly the same. So it does have a pump, and it's 1 fluid ounce like a typical foundation. So I shook it up really good, and now I'm gonna go ahead and pump it on the back of my hand. Maybe. There it goes. So right off the bat, it is kind of runny, as you can see. It's not super watery, but it is kind of runny. Honestly, it's a lot runnier than I thought it was gonna be. Just like with every foundation review that I do, I know we're really foundation heavy this week, but 2 really good ones came out. I'm gonna go in on half of my face with this BK Beauty number 101 brush. I have it in the travel size. And then the other side of my face, I'm gonna go in with a clean beauty blender. So let's do the brush side first. So I picked up the lightest shade. I mean, I used her shade finder or whatever, but typically in her foundations, I am the lightest shade. This is looking a little yellow, but we'll see. I'm not gonna say anything or judge it too soon before I blend it in. It has a slight scent. I wouldn't say that it's very strong. Okay, so first impressions are very good. What do we think? My skin looks very just healthy and juicy. It is a little dark, I think. Let me know what you think, but it's a little dark, and that's the lightest shade. I mean, I'm gonna make it work, but it is a little dark. But maybe it'll kind of transform with my skin and work. But like I said, it's overall, it looks like a pretty medium coverage. I have a few blemishes right here. They're not completely covered up, but like I said in Tuesday's video when I reviewed the Chanel #1 foundation, which I'll link that down below if you're interested, I don't like a foundation that's gonna give me complete full coverage on the first go. I like one that's gonna be able to build. So this does not bother me. It is very pretty. My skin just looks juicy. I don't see, let me take a closer look. I don't see where it's accentuating any of like my fine lines, not any of my pores. My skin just looks very juicy and healthy. How many times am I gonna say juicy? Okay, so that looks very nice. First impressions are good. So before I do the other side of my face, here's the side without anything. And then here is the side where I applied it with the brush. Super pretty. So let's go ahead and apply it to the other side with a sponge. I will say that that bit that I still had on the back of my hand from when I initially pumped it out, it was already like pretty tacky and like drying down and kind of thick, which is kind of strange. Okay, so right off the bat, the side with the brush definitely gave me more coverage. With the Beauty Blender, it sheared it out a lot more, which is, you know, par for the course because it absorbs more of the product. I do feel like the side with the Beauty Blender looks slightly more dewy, but I like that you can get almost that sheared out but still kind of perfected look. Like I said, it kind of, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this, but look at that on the back of my hand. I mean, it really hasn't been that long that it's been sitting on the back of my hand, and it's already like kind of like dried up and like thick. I don't even know how to describe it. I've never really had a foundation do that quickly. Now, I've had ones where if it's like sitting on the back of my hand for like 10 minutes, it's gonna do that, but this one did it really quickly. So I don't know how that's gonna affect the wear of it, but looking at it in this mirror, definitely less coverage on the Beauty Blender side. Like I said, the shade is kind of dark, but I'm starting to kind of see it, you know, kind of transform and become one with my skin, kind of adapting to my skin tone. I'm gonna take whatever this is on the back of my hand and put it on my nose, just because I do have so much redness on my nose, so we can kind of see how it builds on my nose. Well, that might be too much, but oh well. This is what I'll do. There we go. Okay, so it looks nice on my nose. Not my favorite ever on my nose. I really thought that this was gonna be comparable to that Estee Lauder foundation that's basically in the same type of tube, but so far upon initial application, this one is definitely more dewy. That one's very dewy too, but not quite, I'm gonna say it again, y'all, not quite this juicy. So the shade is definitely adapting to my skin some. Definitely more coverage on the brush side than with the Beauty Blender side, but it did build nicely, especially on my nose, which is always a problem area for me. So let me go ahead and finish up my face and I'll be back with my final thoughts. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished look. Overall, I do find that the foundation is very pretty. I set it with just a little bit of powder, not too much. I actually used the Clé de Peau translucent loose setting powder to set it. I didn't use much though, because I really wanted to see how this foundation performs. It's pretty. I do like it. Honestly, out of all of Charlotte's foundations, I mean, upon, you know, first impression, this one is my favorite. I think it is the perfect in between the Light Wonder and then the Airbrush, I always forget the name, Airbrush Flawless foundation. This one. It's like the perfect in between. It's not as light as the Light Wonder, but it's not as full coverage as the Airbrush. Honestly, I don't love the Airbrush one. I do like the Light Wonder foundation. I don't have it in my collection right now, but like for a while, like years ago, like maybe in 2016-ish, that's like all I used was the Light Wonder. I must have gone through like 2 bottles back then. So I do love that one. This is that perfect in between. Now, it says it's got like skincare benefits and stuff. I don't know. I test and wear too many foundations to be able to speak to the skincare benefit of any foundation for that matter. But I feel like it's really pretty, y'all. It is a little dark on my skin, but I make it work, okay? Like, it's not so dark that I can't make it work. So far, I guess it's been about, let's see, maybe like 30 minutes since I applied it. I don't feel like it's oxidized or anything. It still just looks beautiful. Now, I did go in a little heavy with it because I really wanted to see how it was gonna build and perform. But like I said, whenever I was applying it to this Beauty Blender side, I do feel like it really can be sheared out. So far, I like it. Is it my favorite foundation ever? I mean, this is my first impression, so I really don't even want to say that yet. But I do like it, and I do think it's nice. I will continue testing it, letting y'all know how it wears. I will leave a pinned comment down below letting you know how it wore throughout the day today. It's like 72 degrees here in Louisiana today. So I will be outside some. So I'll let you know how it wears. So let me know in the comment section down below, did you pick this foundation up? If you did, what do you think about it? How do you think that it looks on my skin? Like I said, I do like it. I really do. And it's my favorite out of the 3 of her foundations that she does have. But let me know, do you feel the same? And also, if you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you like my content, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as part of our little fam here on YouTube. And if you're not following me over on Instagram, it's at beautybykaylak. I'd love to see you over there too. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.